work. I had that conversation with myself.
Started. Hey, I love that part right there. How am I going to be a chairman if I ain't doing the most work? How am I going to have money in my trade account if I'm not taking trades? If I'm not on live sessions? If I'm not learning from the people that have already made 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, right? How am I going to get to that next level? Let's go ahead, get this morning motivation thing popping. You see, I got my old Apple shirt on. I was inspired by when Paris and Charles did that call a while back. They brought back their old uniforms. I said, look, I remember when I was only making $12, $13 an hour when they said, do you want to stay late? And I said, I'll stay a little bit late. I don't really want to stay late, but every once in a while, I might stay a couple extra hours just to get some free money, because at the end of the day, money is money. But now I can wake up in the morning and have $60 sitting in my account from just a few minutes. You can have an extra $100, an extra $1,000 sitting in your account, all because you push some buttons. Look, let's see the I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm so happy and grateful now to be alive by the grace of God, consistently attracting prospects with ease, vibrating at a higher level. And shout out to XRP. Shout out to XRP. If you don't have some Ripple right now, we've been talking about it in the chat. I don't care if you started last week, get a Coinbase account and get some Ripple, because look, there's no excuses. Well, hold on, time out. Let's go ahead. Let's do a quick money check. Coinbase, where we at right now? Ripple, 54 cents. We were at this weekend running around 40 something, right? Like 48, 49, then it kept pushing up. We sitting at 54 cents right now on XRP. If your Coinbase account look anything like mine, you are very excited right now. I'm so happy and grateful now for my RetiredIn365 family. Happy and grateful for another opportunity to share this information. I'm Chairman Tim by December 31st, 2020. God is working in my life every day, giving me the stepping stones to hop on and slide on in, be a part of this family, for God giving me the wisdom to be a chairman, for God's grace. I'm so happy and grateful now for another day, for this opportunity, but have to start doing the work. Like, hey, hold on, we're gonna run that back one more time. He said, what?
Be a chairman if I ain't doing the most work.
You're either gonna leave the right ones or you're gonna leave the wrong ones.
How am I gonna be a chairman if I ain't doing the most work? I had that conversation with myself.
Simple. I gotta be doing the most work, right? I saw Brandon Boyd post this on his page earlier today. He said in 1998, Amazon only sold books, right? Amazon only sold books. That's an old throwback picture, right? In 2020, Amazon sells pretty much anything that can be shipped. Almost everything, right? And they are the largest in the dropshipping space, right? I Am Mastery Academy back in, 7 years ago only had Forex. I Am Mastery Academy now has Forex, high frequency, digital currencies, and now e-commerce, right? You are in the right place ahead of time, right? You're in the right place ahead of time. The world of education is literally at your fingertips. And all it takes from you is to go ahead and step in front of that. People pay tens of thousands of dollars for education, for certifications, for new whatever it is. People pay big money, and we have access to this thing for literally $200-$300, right? So it's really amazing. So make sure that you're really operating as if you have a gold mine in your hand, right? So what we're going to talk about today, look, y'all know I like to take it back to what the lesson was at church. We was talking from Romans 12. He was talking about agape love. He was talking about dedicated service. He was talking about a few different things. And I want to go ahead and just read a few different verses from Romans 12. And then we're going to relate this back to what it is that we got going on, right? He says, let's start at, let's just start from the beginning. I urge you to present your Therefore, I urge you, brethren, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies a living and holy sacrifice, acceptable to God, which is your spiritual service of worship. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's the part right there. Don't be conformed to the world, be transformed, right? So you may prove so you may prove what the will of God is, that which is acceptable and perfect. For through the grace given to me, I say to every one of you among you, not to think more highly than he ought to think, but to think so as to have sound judgment, as God has allotted each measure of faith. For just as we have many members in the body, and all members do not have the same function, so we are, who are many, and are one body in Christ, are individually members of one another, right? Since we have gifts that differ according to the grace given to us, each of us is to exercise them accordingly. If prophecy, according to the proportion of his faith, in service, in serving, or he who teaches in teaching, and so on and so forth, right? And then verse 9, let love be without hypocrisy. Abhor what is evil, cling to what is good, be devoted to one another in brotherly love, give preference to one another in honor, not lagging behind in diligence, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, rejoicing in hope. And then it goes on and on. And what we're going to talk about today, right? First, he talked about the members. For just as we all have many members in our body, and all those members do not have the same function, right? We talked about this many, many different times. You can't do what I do, and I can't do what you do, right? Point blank, period. You can't do what I do, and I can't do what you do, but we can do similar things, right? There are certain things, it was talked about on the chairman mentorship call yesterday, right? Ray Rice, hey, drop some fire emojis in the chat for Ray, right? Shout out to Ray for killing that chairman mentorship call yesterday, right? But when you think about it, there are many things that you can do in your trade account, in your business, that everybody can't do, right? It might work. It might be something that can help somebody get to that next level. But if I can't hop on and do the same thing that you're doing, it's not duplicatable, right? If you're asking me, hey, what EMAs you got? Hey, what you got going on your phone? I can tell you, right? But it's not duplicatable. I don't got time to sit down and teach you every single thing that I got going on that I understand in my head, but if I can show you the basics, if I can show you where I got the information from, that's duplicatable, right? That's something that you can actually go ahead, get access to, and formulate your own opinion on. That can help. We can start having conversations about what you understood from the information, right? It's duplicatable to go through the information, to go through the 1 through the 400 series. It's duplicatable to pick one educator and to learn from them, and then you can start going from there. All of that's duplicatable, right? But when we talk about going on the business side, same thing. It's duplicatable to have that script of what you're going to be talking about when you're talking to a prospect, right? It's duplicatable to go ahead and write out a list of people, right? You might be somebody that can do something that somebody else can't do. But what also is duplicatable is you having a trader inside of your organization. What also is duplicatable is you having somebody who can teach inside your organization, because everybody has different things that they're going to be good at, right? So if everybody has different things that they're going to be good at, you might be an amazing teacher. You might be a lot better at teaching the harmonic scanner than I am. And that's great, right? We want to use those skills. So you got to understand that if you play your role, if you play your function, the thing that you're good at, that's what's going to make us grow as a whole. That's what's going to move this organization forward. That's what's going to move your business forward, right? If I can say, hey, look, hey, I got Coach Cash here. Look, that man, he knows his stuff when it comes to harmonic scanner. He's doing a training for the team 2 days a week. You definitely want to plug in with us. He's going to be the one that's going to make sure that you got it going on. Hey, look, we got Jasmina. She's doing Journal with Jasmina. She's going to help you find your voice with exactly what we got going on inside this opportunity. Hey, look, we got access to Skittles, right? That's something that you can plug into. Hey, look, we got somebody that's really great with social media, right? You can have every single thing that the organization puts on, but you can operate in your individual role. And that doesn't have to overshadow what somebody else is doing, right? So if you have something that you're good at, if you have something that you're excelling at, I want you to go ahead and dive deep into whatever that thing is, and then go ahead and pour that thing back into the community, right? Not being selfish with whatever your gift is, right? You good at calling signals. Look, hey, team, I've been winning consistently over the last month, and I just wanted to start sharing the trades that I'm taking because they've been hitting. Look, that's what this is about, right? Go ahead, move some of the leaders out the way and put yourself in position, because you have skills that somebody else doesn't have, right? You have skills and you have resources that everybody can definitely use. So I definitely love that piece right there. And then he goes into, right, let's specifically go to verse 9, talks about let love be without hypocrisy. Now, this is definitely one thing that we harped on yesterday. Cling to what is good, be devoted to one another in brotherly love. When we talk about let love be without hypocrisy, that type of love that they're talking about, I want you to think about everybody here inside the organization, right? Take the blueprint that we already have. We have a blueprint for success, right? Like everybody already knows that we got the blueprint, and all you got to do is really plug into it to get to that next level. But what tends to happen, right, is some people are operating with that hypocritical love, right? You know, you hear me say all the time, I don't care if you get started, if you don't get started in the business, it don't matter, because I'm not reaching out to you for you to, hey, I'm reaching out to you for you to make your own decision, because I care about your success, and also because I care about my success, right? I care about both of our success. If I didn't care about you, then I wouldn't have reached out to you in the first place. If I came to your name in the phone and I said, I don't think I want that person in the, like, I'm probably not reaching out to you in the first place, right? But at the end of the day, we got to make sure that we're showing kindness to everybody, because honestly, right, we got to do it with no ulterior motives, right? When I'm reaching out to somebody, well, that's why we always talk about it should be fun building the business, because when somebody comes in, when you're having those conversations with people, like Ray talked about yesterday, he was talking about choking them out, right? He talked about choking them out on that call, but he's doing that because he really cares about the people that he's talking to, right? Do you think that a chairman 250, he's not signing somebody up because he's going to get a bonus for signing that person up? They don't even get bonuses at that level, right? So him sitting there, and I seen, it was a live that he did. It was maybe a couple months ago. It was a gentleman, they were at a mall, and the guy was going back and forth and telling him about why he wanted to do this, why he was tired of his life being the way that it was. And yet after everything that he said, it came down to, yeah, but he was scared. There was some this and that and whatever going on, and he didn't want to get started. But what he did, Ray actually went on IG Live and said, look, at that time, it was maybe like 300-400 people that had plugged into the live. He's like, look, all these people are here supporting you, right? And then he was like going back and forth. But this IG Live went for like an hour and a half. It went for an hour cutoff, then it came back. The guy ended up signing up. But like what he said on that call, he really does, even in person, right? But the point was that the conversation lasted that long, not just to get a sign up, because he was putting that other guy in position to get out of his head. He was putting that other guy in position to say, look, I really care about you. I took the time out to listen to everything it is that you told me that you don't want in your life, and I have a solution for you, right? So it's really about, am I talking to people with love? Am I talking to people with emotion? And can they see that I truly care about and believe in the thing it is that I'm doing, right? Because if I'm only loving you when you're in my business, if I'm only loving you just because, oh, they signed up, all right, let's go ahead and talk to them, right? They membership about to go inactive. Let me make sure. Hey, wait, where you been at, right? Like it's a different type of level of when you operating from this over here, right? You got to make sure that you're always connected. And this goes both ways, right? This goes both ways, because once you're in the business, you also want to make sure that you're loving on the other people in the business too. You want to make sure that you're connecting to your upline. You want to make sure you're connecting to your crossline. It don't matter who it is, right? It don't matter if it's the person that brought you in, the person that's on a whole nother leg. It don't really matter what part of the organization that they're in. Like you heard Manny Quinones talk about, it's one company, it's one team. Like, we all get paid by Mr. Christopher Terry. Like, at the end of the day, don't matter who team you on, don't matter who brought you in, we all get paid from one person. So the point is, find somebody that you identify with, find a mentor, find people that you connect with, and go ahead and entrench yourself in the information, because at the end of the day, right, we kill that brotherly love when we stop honoring each other. when we talking behind other people's back, right? I don't care if you're winning over here and they're winning over there, because there's enough room for all of us to win, right? I might not agree with the way that you're winning. I might not agree with the way you're winning, or it might not be my style, but that's okay. And that you just got to identify, where do I want to win? How do I want to win? And go ahead and follow that path. Because at the end of the day, there's more than enough money. There's people being born every single day. Like I heard Bryce put it this way, there's a new freshman class every single year. Every single year it's a new freshman class. You're never going to run out of people. And people is the thing that moves your business, right? So if you're never going to run out of people, knowing that that's an unlimited supply, then you know that there's enough room for everybody. You just got to go ahead and step into your chairman sooner than later, right? And then we got to do it with a spirit. It says fervent in spirit. That just means to boil in, right? To boil in that excitement, that enthusiasm of that spirit, right? Another way, think about it. God don't like lazy Christians, right? You can't be lazy in your delivery. You can't be lazy in your service. You can't be lazy in your love for him. You can't be lazy in the way that you love him, right? So that's the same thing in the business. You can't get into the business and, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started trading next week. You've been talking about, I want to put this in perspective. As a prospect, 9 times out of 10, the questions you're asking are, how quickly can I make money? Like, is this real? Like, okay, I see what you guys got going on. So I can just copy and paste and start making some money. All right, that sounds good. Go ahead, let's get signed up. But then it takes 3 weeks to set up Hugo's Web or whatever broker or FX Choice or whatever you're using, right? Then it takes you another 5 weeks to go ahead and fund your account. Now your things due. You're like, it's the second month. I ain't made no money yet. But for the first week, you sitting there like, I'll do it later. I gotta work. They talked about it yesterday. Like, if the reason that you started is to get away from a certain situation, but you're letting that situation pull you away from the thing that's gonna free you from it, then we're not operating in the right way, right? We're not operating in the right way. I heard it put this way, right? And excuse me. When we think about it, everything has a breaking point, right? And everybody is built different. But the way that you find out how you're built is when you're in the fire, right? I want to say this was back in May. Jaleesa did a really good demonstration. And she put it this way. Would you rather be a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean? Somebody drop in the chat. Would you rather be a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean? I just want to see what you guys would rather be. And then we'll go into the description of what and why. Jasmina want to be an egg. Key want to be a coffee bean. Amber's a coffee bean. Renee's an egg. Donna and Mercedes are coffee beans. Cash is a carrot. Keisha's an egg. All right, we got a mixture of eggs and coffee beans for the most part. Some people want to be a carrot. That's cool too. Pretty sure I'm already a coffee bean. Hey, I know we got some people that just love drinking coffee too. All right, so basically what she talked about, right? If you put them all in a pot, right, and you boil the water, if you boil the water for 20 minutes, right, what's going to happen is they all started off hard, right? That carrot is solid, but you put it in some boiling water, you pull that carrot out, what's going to happen? That carrot's soft and smushy, right? You probably wouldn't even eat it at that point. That thing would be like, ugh, cook that thing way too long, right? That carrot's not going to be no good. It looked, hey, that carrot was solid. That was that friend that you know your whole life. I just knew they was going to get started. Like, they got my back for everything. But the second you call them about elevating, they like, nah, man, you a scam. And you like, you know me for the last 30 years. And they like, yeah, man, whatever. And now you second guessing, like, hold on, wait. I've known them forever, and they called me a scam. Time out. They ain't carrot. You threw them into some hot water. You gave them a situation, and instead of supporting you, instead of elevating you, they showed you their true colors, right? They came out soft, right? They came out soft. They wouldn't have lasted inside. Then you got the egg. The egg is also hard, but the egg, right? When you put the water inside, what happened? When you put the egg in the water and you boiled it, that egg, the inside of it turned hard, right? The inside of the egg turned hard. So the egg was already hard on the outside, but when you boiled that water, now the inside also turned hard, right? That's somebody that they got started and then they started to change the way they view everything because they didn't want to change, right? They didn't want to adapt to what's going on, right? So they inside really turned hard against trading, against the business, against whatever it is, because they didn't personally want to change, right? They were solid going in. They were solid coming out too, but just not in the way that you wanted, right? But then you got the coffee bean, right? The coffee bean adapts to its environment. So when you boil it, right, it flows with the water. It actually changes the entire environment that it's in. That environment started as water, but now the environment, just like the coffee bean, right? Yeah, now you want to be the coffee bean. Everybody want to switch. Everybody want to switch to that coffee bean. Hey, yes, Indy, hashtag team coffee, right? At the end of the day, you got to understand whatever you're going through is just a test, right? Until it becomes a testimony. You don't know which one of those things you are until you go through that test, right? You got to be thrown into the fire, thrown into that boiling water. But when you're in there, you gotta not come out as the carrot. You can't come out soft, right? You can't be in this environment for a year, 2 years, and not get any results. You can't be in here for a year, 2 years, hearing the same information over and over and over and over again, but suddenly you got some brick walls inside your ears, and now you're not listening to the people that are teaching you what it is that you need to know, because you think you know everything. You think you've been doing everything the right way, yet you don't have any results. Yet your business hasn't been growing. Yet your trade account still says the same thing it says when you started out, right? What needs to change? If everybody else is getting results that you're not getting, you're the egg, because that means you're not adapting, right? The environment hasn't changed. That coffee bean is thriving right now, but you're the one that's not thriving, right? So you got to go ahead and understand, number one, do I have my goal card around me? Am I reading that every day? How long have I heard them say, go ahead, write what it is that you want, right? Like, be specific in the things that you want, and then go ahead, after you write it down, read it on a daily basis. See it everywhere that you are. Or have you gotten comfortable in your environment and said, I'm not going to do, I know what you guys said, but I'm good. And then you don't get the results, and then you wonder why, right? Then you wonder why. You know, Riyadh said like this, you're not stuck anywhere, right? You're just stationed there until a specific task is completed. You're just stationed where you are in your life right now until you complete something, right? But what that thing it is that you have to go out there and complete is 100% up to you to complete it. So if you decide not to complete that next level, think about it like a video game, right? I'm sure we all play video games at some point in our lives. To get to the next level, right? Let's just say you're playing Mario or something. To get from level 1 to level 2, you got to go through the map, right? But through the map, what's going to happen? You're going to come across some obstacles, right? You're going to come across some obstacles. There's going to be some of them little turtles in the way. There's going to be some shells that you're going to have to jump over. There's going to be some gaps in the map that you're going to need to fly over, right? But at the end of the day, if you don't ever jump on that little flag at the end of the level's going to keep going and going and going. The time don't care. It's just going to sit there and watch you. It's just going to be like, all right, like, you just going to stand there. Like, I don't know if y'all ever played that game. Like, if y'all really ever played Mario, like, hold on, Mario, YouTube, level 1. Like, if y'all really ever played any of these games, like, you're going to realize that at the end of the day, let me see. At the end of the day, you can go through this entire thing, but until the moment that you complete the level's not over. Like, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. We gonna watch 60 seconds of Mario, right? Like, we gonna watch 60 seconds of Mario. Let's see what we got going on. All right. One player. Let's go ahead, knock this thing out. All right. So what's happening right now? He got rid of the enemy. He gonna get a power up real quick. Bet. All right, bet. We running. All right, he got to jump over some obstacles. That's them friends that ain't want to join the business. We got to leave them behind. They ain't coming with us. Cool. Hey, look. Woo, we got a power up. Let's go. Hey, you got some firepower. Look, this is what happens when you get your quick start, right? When you do your 72-hour fast start the right way, you go ahead and get some power ups. You can go through this level even faster. You ain't got to worry about nobody holding you back, right? But let's keep going. Don't fall. There you go. Run through them nose. But look, hold up. If he would have stopped right there, if he would have stopped right there, we gonna back up. If he would have stopped right there, the game clock would have just went on and on and on and on and on and on and on. If he never, look, right there, if he never touched that flag, the game would not be over. He would not go to the next level. Like, the level is not over until you get the flag. That's really how simple it is. Now let's type in Mario level 1 die. Like, I want to see somebody lose. Like, I want to see somebody lose in level 1. Like, I'm sure. The lost levels, lost frustration. Let's see what they got going on in here. Let's see if somebody's dying. Like, yeah, he died. Look, you see what happens? What happens every time you die in a video game? You get another life. Now you got to go back to square one. He died again. He ain't even get nowhere. He got to go back to square one. Let's see how many times this guy dies before he keeps going. Look, he not teachable and coachable. Look, he running. All right. He like, look, I got it now. I got it. Wait, all right. No, he just staying in that little crevice. All right, let's go. Woo! All right, don't die. Let's go. Oh, he kept getting stuck at the same level over and over and over again. It's already been 4 minutes. Look, he's still back at. We 5 minutes in. He died again, same spot. Let's keep going. We 7 minutes in. All right, he got a little further. He learned from his lesson. Let's see where we at right now. He done made it a little bit further. He died again. Dang! Like, come on. How many times are you going to repeat over and over and over and over and over again? Like, you got started. I got one person. All right, look, we almost there. They leave. You would have been at the next level if you would have called some more people. You only called 10 people. It's not a surprise that you're not Platinum 600. It's not a surprise. So you got to start back over at level 1, right? What did Justin say in Road to 7 Figures? You got to keep building the business. You should have never stopped. Same thing with your trade account. I'm building. I lost my account. All right, we gonna load it back up. Ding! We gotta load it all the way back up. We started from the beginning. Building. Blew the account. Gotta start all over. Building. At some point, you gotta be like, all right, let me take a withdrawal. All right, let me listen to what they've been telling me for the last however, because they're getting the result that I'm not getting, and I keep falling down this hole. Every time I get to this same spot, I lose. Every single time. What happens when you start listening? What happens when you get to the next level? That next level, hey, somebody will understand what I'm talking about. That next level, all right, you take that first withdrawal, then you blow the account. All right, that's cool now. Guess what? You took the withdrawal, right? You actually still made money. So you're still on the next level. Now you're restarting from level 2 instead of level 1, right? That's okay, right? If you made some money and you withdrew it, but you had a little bit left in there, and then that something happened to that, that's okay. But you were the smart one. You say, hey, I'm gonna grow this account till we at 10K, till we at 20K, till we at 100K, because I got XYZ to take care of. And then you have that 1 week where you're not emotionally there, and then you blow the account. And then you're like, dang, I've been building this account forever. I really should have withdrew that money. I really should have withdrew that money, right? So same thing with the business. We have everything that you need step by step by step by step by step. And shout out to Ray. Look, get people a result quickly. How do we get them a result? Plug into that signals channel, right? Plug into Gold Cup, plug in to Swipe Coin, right? Shout out to the US 30 trades. Shout out to the Bitcoin trades. Shout out to the Ripple trades. If you're following what the educators are doing, right? Copy, paste, profit, and learn while you earn, right? You're learning while you're making money until you're at the point where you can make the money by yourself. But even then, still plug in because you got people that's made more than you, that's in a better position than you, right? That's going to help you get to that next level, whether it's just for the mindset, whether it's for the trade setup to help you better make sure that you're looking at the right thing in the right way, right? We're all still learning. We're still learning, right? 7-figure, 8-figure traders are still learning. I've seen the CEO I've seen him sitting down learning with Ness and with Matt at one time. I've seen Stevenson still talks about how he still educates himself, right? Charles Dyson still educates himself and is always improving what he's doing. Paris Simmons still inside the academy. I saw Christina just this past week talk about how she completed the academy again. Like, there's time, but you got to decide what your priority is going to be for your life. The blueprint is there. It's duplicatable, but until you go out there and do it, right, then you'll start getting the results it is that you really want. So I want to see every single one of y'all wins this week, right? We have everything that you need. Shout out to the beginner setups that's going to be going on this week. Make sure you're plugged into those. Get on the call with your personal team. Make sure that everybody's good, but also reach out to your mentors, right? Set up a time to go ahead and make sure that you're on the right path. Get introduced to some other people outside of your particular organization, right? Like cross lines and like that's not financially attached. Make connections inside this group because this is going to be your wealth creation like team. Like this is your mastermind that's going to take you to that next level. There's going to be some, like you never know who you're like speaking to every single day. You could be speaking to the next Bill Gates, the next Warren Buffett, the next whoever. Like you don't know who you're talking to on a day-to-day basis. So make sure you make those connections, right? But not just because of the money side, but because you never know how that person is going to impact your life or how you can impact their life as well. All right. So that's all I got for y'all today. 2:00 and 8:00. What we got going on is opportunity calls. Get people in front of the information. Use what you learned at the chairman mentorship yesterday, right? Go ahead, pick up the phone and let's pack these calls out. Let's pack these calls out. We're going to take this thing to the next level. This will be the biggest week inside the organization. I hope you guys have been having an amazing, amazing weekend. And we're going to start this week off, right? 2:00, 8:00, 50travelpreneurs.com. The password is I am. Invite everybody that you know and tell them to invite some.